this one. Puzzle number 29. I don't know if someone is taking care of that, but it's puzzle 29. Puzzle 29 has a wild concept. And I personally made a rookie mistake on this one. A really rookie mistake on this one. I made an assumption while I was solving it, even if the puzzle has a pretty straightforward path, but yeah, like you will see. You will see that the path of this, if you understand where to look at, it's very, very simple. And yeah, we're looking compared to you now. That's clearly not true, of course, but I'm just trying to help as much as I can. That's the most I can tell. So, like, the question to ask in this puzzle is one. It's specific, and it's can I not go through here? And I know that it feels like a strange question, but bear with me for a second. Now, the problem is this, that we know that at some point we must reach this part of the puzzle via just ending here or just recoiling from vertical moves, okay? So if I'm not using this part of the grid above, this means that I must use all the rest of the grid, and that's pretty much fine, of course. But now I have another question, and that question is: can I really not go through all of these to this entire thing? So not reaching all of these. That's pretty much the big question. The answer, though, is it's hard to do so. Why? Because now this move must be an horizontal move. But to make an horizontal move here, what's going on? How do you do that? I mean, I know that this is a strange question, but follow me for a second. You can do that in many ways. You can enter here and exit here, for example, okay? But if you try to do that, you are never entering the first row, because you do that and you can't enter this. So, for example, this one can't ever be recoiled because you are going this way. I mean, this is if you are going this way. Remember that you must use this in some ways, okay? So you have a time problem again with this being not touched this way. So you can think at what happens if you go on the other side. But if you go on the other side and then you go down, because if you enter, I mean, what's going on, okay? You enter and then exit and then finish here. That's probably possible. But remember that you need a move that goes to the other side here. So from a certain point, you must do this, for example, but you can see that you don't have so many moves to the right here. Or even better, even if you do that, you're making 2 moves to the right, so you're taking those 2, and now here you can't continue, so you must go up and then you end. So, like, yeah, that's even easier to see, but the whole point is that if you're not entering the top right, then you have problems with the top two rows. Because the only way to finish this, and specifically this cell, is to make it a vertical move downwards. But you need a move that goes to the right for this. And where do you make it? You can't make it too near to this side, because you can't do that, for example, because you have still all of these to make, and all of these have the time problem, like all of those cells have the time problem, and if you try to enter this way, you just break. If you try to enter this way, to exit this way, this one is broken because of time again. So the only way to make this one working is to make it one of the last moves here. But if this is true, then you can't continue down, and so, like, you must do that, for example, and all of these must be made from stuff that goes down. And I pretty much think that you can clearly see that it's broken, right? I don't think I must show you why, right? Even, like, you can't even go through here because you can't exit, so this one is not taken, this one is not taken. How do you even take all of these? And yeah, it's just, everything is just working. It's just not working, pretty much everything here. So this whole thing means that you must go through here. If you don't want to go through here, all the top right and the top row are broken. What does this mean? This means that you're going in one direction here, but this is not the right direction, because you can't go down from here. That's just that. You have the same time problem with this cell if you try to not go down this way. So you must reach this on the other side, that is this one. But now, from this point, remember that you are touching this part of the grid, very soon. Why I'm saying that? Because you can't do that and then try to return. In any case, you try. I mean, you can wiggle a little bit, but not much, not enough, of course. Every time here, until this point, you can't go down, and because you're trying to not create a wall here, okay? So you should continue this way, but you don't have enough recoils. So at a certain point, you must go up. That's the whole point. That is stuff like this or similar, but you must go up. So this means that this is not the end of the puzzle. And so because it's not the end of the puzzle, you can't go up, because that would trap everything. So you must go down, taking this one. You must go to the left. And all of this is forced. That's pretty much the whole thing that I was talking about, that all of this is really forced. Now, though, you can think at the fact that those two moves are taken. So this one goes up at this point. And now, if you go this way, you break because you have not enough spaces. So you must go up again. So those are two moves here. And now, if you really try to go up, you have too many upward moves, so you can't. If you try to go down, how do you even connect up? You can't do that, so you can't. If you try to go here, you go up once, and then you can't go to the right, you can't go to the left, because those are, as you can see, too much vertical moves. So there is no way for this to go this way, so you must go this way. This is all forced. And when you go this way, now, you can't go down because you trap again. You can't go to the left. We already said that. So you must go up. Then you must go to the right. And if you connect these again, you have too much recoils. So you must continue. You can't go here because you can't return. So you must connect straight. And now you must connect here. So all of this now is forced. And now those are just recoils. I guess this is all clear, but if it's not, please tell. And and here is where I made the rookie mistake, yeah. Yeah, okay. Oh, thank you, the jokes. You can catch the rest of the puzzles when I will upload them, or in another of the streams. Because I mean, I will make other streams like this. 33 puzzles are not exactly well, easy to solve in one sit, or at least only you can if you have 10 hours, but I don't have 10 hours, so yeah. I was saying that to Niv the other day, but yeah. Or yeah, earlier, but still. Okay, from this point, question is this: can I mean, can I tell that I must exit this whole thing above? Yes, I must exit this because I must reach the other side of the puzzle. Okay, but what if I exit it this way? Now this is 2 moves, and I mean I need at least 3 moves. I don't have 3 recoils from the right, so this one is just not allowed. Okay, this is I think pretty clear. All of this means that I must go down this way. This one takes this and this, so here I must go this way. This one takes this, so I can't recoil here, and now I need to do that. All of this is really forced, and so all of this is forced. At this point, I made the rookie mistake, and that rookie mistake is that I thought more than one thing at the same time. Like, the first thing that you can see is that at a certain point you are still needing to reach all of these 3 cells above. And it's true that you can reach them by vertical moves, going down, of course, even if it's not that easy to make. But you also have all of these, and you also have the first row to connect in some ways. Okay, all of this means that you can very easily prove, and this is true, it's not the rookie mistake, I mean, that you are never reaching this cell, for example, because if you take this cell, you must take it this way, and then you're going where? Like, you can go down and close, but this means that you must do everything and close here, or you must do the other way round in some ways, I mean, and again you're closing everything. Okay, so this could be true, this could absolutely be true, but I was not sure about that, and I took into account the fact that it doesn't end here. Sadly, it's not that clear, but that's already broken by recoil with the path left, yeah. The problem is you're saying about what? That's already broken by recoil. Where for that path left recoil? Where does... Oh, sorry. Yeah. Never mind. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I was not even thinking about this. I was just thinking about the fact that I said that it ends here, but in fact you don't know if it ends here at this moment. Okay. So that's the whole thing that I wanted to say. That it's not exactly sure that that it doesn't end here, because in theory you could go up and then down in some ways and then close. In theory, okay? But I mean, I was thinking it's not like that because you have all those recoils, but you can. And that forced me to take like twice the time, because I made an error. That's pretty much the point, that I made an error. What can I say though? I can say that this one is never looked, because you must go through here at least twice and you can't. So this one is not like a good recoil path, and you can't do that in both directions because you have nothing to the right. So any one of those you can't reach both of them. So all of this is just taken into account in this way. The next thing is though that you must recoil at some points this one and this one. Now, this one, for example, is not a recoil from this side, and the other one above the same, unless you are not recoiling everything down and then these two go this way and recoil this cell, for example, and this cell. So this is the only way. So what I knew at that moment is that there are three options for the end: this one, or this one, for example. Okay, stuff like that. Now you can count. Your assumption was that you must end at the top, as there would be two main recoil cells in top otherwise. Yeah, exactly. My assumption was that I must recoil everything going up this way, because then I would have 6 recoils, and I couldn't exactly say that at this moment of the solve, or at least I made an error with that assumption at this moment. So that was the whole point that I wanted to say. Yeah. But, and this is where things get a little bit interesting. From this point of view, those 3 cells must be recoils horizontally. Why I'm saying that? I'm saying that because if I try to make a vertical move here, I'm just going in the wrong direction for the path, because how can you do that if you don't finish here? But again, you can't really say that you're finishing here, because you must go here to connect his at this point, and you must return and you just break. So you can't finish in this part of the puzzle. So those 3 are horizontal moves. I mean, I'm talking about those 3. Are horizontal moves. Now, there are some ways to make those 3 horizontal moves, okay? But what I know for sure is that they can't be those 3. Why I know that they can't be those 3? That also is forced if you go this way, because then you must make those 3 moves. This one would just be completely blocked, completely wrong. Why? Because of what's going on here. Because this move going downwards means that I can't continue this way, so this one would be just blocked. And so, how do you complete this one? This one goes up, okay? Follow me for a second. This one goes up. It's just forced because you're closing in those 3. But now, what do you do? From this side, from this point. What do I mean? If I try to like connect this way and then this way again, and then I go down, and then I go down, and then I go here, for example, I mean. Then, yeah. Then, what was the error? Wait a second. Okay, I had an error here. I remember that I had an error here. That took me a bit of time. Not only to notice, but to resolve. I'm sorry, number 29. Like that's the problem of redoing that more than 1 week later after my solve. But yeah, let me just recollect. And as I said, I see things to continue, but I'm trying to see the the cleanest way, because I'm trying to showcase. So if I'm not seeing the cleanest way, I always think that I'm not doing a great job in showcasing the puzzle, and I don't want to do that. I want to be like to allow for a good compensation of that, a good showcase of that, of those puzzles. Okay, I'm not seeing. If anyone has the right suggestion, just tell, not a problem. For reference, in my solve, I proved that this one was not part of the path. That's what I did in my solve at this point. And I have the screen of that. How is the top of column 7 getting filled? Yeah, as I said, this one is getting filled by something that goes up this way, or by a move that goes twice down. I think just that column 10 has to have 2 going down. Three times, right? Not just twice. Well, yeah, 3 times. 3 times because you have also this one. True. Yeah, there is no way you recoil it in other directions. Yeah. Yes, good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. If you want to recoil 3 times here, I mean, you can make this one, or just this, and so do that, for example, to just recoil once if you're finishing here after. But then the problem is that you can't return, because if you try to do that, you are not really allowed to make those 2 moves here. So you can't really do that because you can't return. Yeah. Degocito, the point is that it's not just that simple of the fact that I must go straight, okay? I mean, in theory, you can just return here later, okay? But yeah, you can't do that now, so you must end here. So this one must be the end. And because this must be the end, now this one can't be recoiled from this side, and now you have, now only at this point, now just at this point, you can tell that those 2 are vertical recoils, and so they go this way. And so this one goes this way, taking this one. And now this one goes this way. And now, or you are going up and you're taking this, or you are going down and you're taking this. So in both cases, this one can't go down and then connect, so it must connect straight. So you go this way. Yeah. The problem is that to say that this one was a vertical recoil, you needed to know that, because instead you could, for example, do this and recoil this one. So you must know that you're going this way to make a progress in this step, at least. And now, let me see if I can prove the thing that I said it was wrong earlier, so this one. Why I said that it's wrong? I had a problem with this, saying that it was not. Oh, yeah, sure thing. Okay, I see. Now you need those two. Those two now must be recoils, and they can't be recoiled from left, so they must be recoiled from down, so you need those two cells moving down, okay. So now at this point, you must do that to finish the recoil of everything above. Now it's better. And now from here, you go one to the right, one again to the right, and now if you go up, this one is never recoiled, so you must continue this way. And at this point, the end is up, so you must go up. When you go up once, now you must be careful, because you still need to recoil this one, and the only way to recoil this must be this one, so this must connect. And then you must go here and up again. And then from here, you can't go to the left because you can't go up, so you must go up again, recoiling the last one. So here you can continue to the left. And at this point, if you don't go down, you are never recoiling this cell, because this cell must be this one, and it can't be, or just this one. So this goes this way, and now from here you go up once, and then you must wiggle because you have to recoil from this side. If you go up and then here you can't ever recoil this, so you must go this way, last recoil from column. Now you start recoiling from row, and now if you go up, you have too many recoils from here because those are taken, and so you go that and complete the puzzle. Okay.